Hello Gemini, this is your astrology forecast for November. There's a big focus this month on your work, your health, your relationships. So let's start. We had that powerful month of October with the eclipses and everything, and now November, I won't say it's completely quiet up there in the heavens because it never is, but it's certainly not as full on as October was, and next month we'll have another more full on month. So have this as a little bit of a lull for you Geminis. So we're starting out the month on the 6th of November with a full moon in Taurus, and this full moon here is happening in your 12th house. So this full moon in Taurus here is about you making sure that you're taking time out. Are you taking time out for yourself, Gemini? You're ever so busy. You're running here, you're doing this, and if you're not physically moving, your brain is constantly on the go. This full moon is shining a light for you to just take some quiet time out, some peaceful time. It's in Taurus, good time to go into nature, good time to see the abundance all around us. Taurus is all about abundance of the physical world that is all around us. The birds, the trees, the flowers, just appreciate those things, but also allow yourself some quiet time, the solitude, the quiet. Your dreams are probably going to be very informative, Geminis. So really, these could be very useful and very predictive dreams as well, and help you with the next steps in your life, particularly for this month. Now, on the 10th of November, we've got an exact conjunction with Mars and Pluto here in your 8th house. Well, this could spark off an obsession, or something that's like goes round and round with you. Yes, it's something that you just kind of like, it could be a relationship, it could be a financial situation, it could be a legal situation, and you may feel really as though, oh, I'm ready to take some action with this, I don't want to wait any longer. It's this feeling of impatience, and Geminis, you can be very impatient because, yes, you're on to the next, so come on, let's get going, Gemini. Yes, I've got Gemini friends, and it's like, okay, now, what are we doing next? What are we doing now? So, with this powerful aspect, and also the fact that on the 12th of the month, we've got an exact square aspect between this Mars and Uranus here. Be careful when traveling, make sure you're taking your time, you've got enough time. There can sometimes be needless accidents, needless mishaps with this Mars-Uranus square, but equally it could bring the most powerful attraction to somebody. Could be a friend that suddenly becomes intimate, or there's some kind of an intimate connection that just, wow, you didn't realize that something was going to happen with this, or maybe something really needs to end, and the Mars-Pluto really pushes you to end it. Now, for much of this month, as I mentioned at the beginning, work is a big focus. We've had Saturn in this house of work and health for almost 3 years now. It will be moving next month, more about that later. But we've got a lot of focus, particularly for the first 2-3 weeks of this month, on this 6th house of work. So this is shining a light in the work area. It could mean that you get that work offer. It's also a good time for, particularly for the first couple of weeks, somebody may be helping you at work, promoting you. It's also a very good time for looking at what is it you need to communicate. Maybe there's a contract to be signed. Towards the end of the month, on the 18th of the month, we've got Sun and Saturn conjunct. And then the 23rd to the 27th, we've got Saturn conjunct Mercury. So this is some very good time for some straight talking in the workplace, for negotiations, for some reality, real talking, and for focusing on something at work and really accomplishing something. Because I know many of you have had to take on a lot of extra responsibilities in the workplace, many of you, and not necessarily for any more pay or any more recognition. So this may be a time to renegotiate and rejig things. On the 17th of the month, we've got Venus coming into your house of relationship, Gemini. If ever there is a time to meet somebody, if for those of you looking for romance, this is the time, the last couple of weeks of the month with Venus there. It's also a great time for any kind of consulting, getting any mentorship, or you helping somebody else on a one-to-one basis. This is a good time for a little bit of a perking up of any relationship that you're already in. It can bring the romance back into it, the spark back into it. And especially because we've got a new moon in Sagittarius happening as well on the 22nd of November. New beginnings in relationships, a fresh start, new possibilities. It's in Sagittarius, so you can have faith that things are going to work out. Something new is going to come along. And as well, on the 23rd, the Sun joins it. On the 29th, Mercury is happening in this 7th house of relationship. So this is going to be a big area of focus, and you're going to have an opportunity to start fresh, to start anew, to begin as you mean to carry on. And this, I think, if you will take the reflective time earlier in the month and really get in touch with the things that are important to you during that full moon in Taurus, then when all this stellium of planets, a lot of planets come into the 7th house of relationship, you'll be more ready for it. You'll be ready to recognize who you can trust, who you can get along with, who you need to be more careful of, and also the romance, and to be out there for those of you looking for that, so that it can actually come into your life. Because all too often I have clients who come and they say, oh, you know, I've got this Venus in my 7th house, and you know, I should be meeting somebody. And I say, well, you know, are you doing anything? Are you out and about where you could meet eligible partners? Oh, well, no, actually, no, I just come home and I watch the telly every night. So, you know, the aspects are helping you here in relationships for the last couple of weeks of the month. Use them, Geminis. And of course, next month is a very big month. As I said, Saturn is going to move into this house of relationship for you on the 24th of the month. It's a big shift. I'll do a separate video on Saturn and what it means, and also personally for you next month. But it's going to be quite a global shift. We're going to have a shift in education, the way we learn. We'll probably have some shifts in religion, oppressions of certain religions. I think we'll have new laws regarding trade, anything foreign trade, space travel, exploration. Wow, it's going to be very interesting. But more of that next month. For you this month, it's about your work, your relationships, and some more of that quiet time, and making sure that you don't act too quickly on something, that you allow those 10th to the 12th to kind of like just not make any very big decisions on those dates, just if you can, to wait until the 13th and onwards. So I wish you a great month. Thank you for listening, subscribing, commenting and sharing. And of course, I'm always delighted to hear from you. I love doing personal readings, so do get in touch if you feel you've got some questions that you'd like answering. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.